Welcome to Chopping Up Chair Talks, episode 9. I am here with Classic Package, a good friend of mine, and we're going to keep it simple. Let's talk about it.
Man, it's just such a pleasure, man, to be here and to be in the same room. I've been checking you out on YouTube. You know, I've been knowing you for some time.
Oh, man, we go back 20 years.
Man, if not more, you know.
Amen to that.
Yeah, and just, you know, man, I'm just tremendously proud of what I've seen in your life, and I've been checking out the show, and man, I see that the positivity, and it was something I want to be a part of, man. So it's just a blessing and a privilege to be in the room.
I'm here today. You have a testimony. Do you want to talk about it, or let's talk about it, or which way?
Yeah, I see you usually have barbers on here, but
the thing is, we're representing all small businesses, all jobs, all wealth and progress in the community. 100%. This is a community thing. So yeah, it's the foundation of it is barbering, salons, nails, food, entertainment, rappers, singers, all that. But today it just branches out to everything. We want to stretch it worldwide, and let's talk about it, man.
Yeah, man. Again, like I said, it's just such a privilege to be on the show, man. I'll tell you this, we've come a long way. For those that don't know it, this month is Mental Awareness Month, and just talking about the importance of, so often we hear people say, I'm going to the gym, I want to work my body out, I'm on a diet, I want to work my body out, but what do we do with our mind? And so I just felt that this was a phenomenal platform just to share that, man. I come from, my dad's a preacher, man.
The preacher's son.
Yeah, they say we some of the baddest.
Don't you play all the instruments and the drums?
I sing a little bit. But that wasn't enough, man. It was still a void in my life. The church was my club. We couldn't go out, to the house party. So I started running away at a certain age, man, and led to a lot of trouble for myself. Found myself homeless. Sleeping outside, which led to going to jail and prison. And it's just a phenomenal testimony, man. But I never lost my mind. So I'm just true, never lost my faith. And so, again, man, and you're one of those guys that I saw coming up under you, that I saw you coming through some trials and tribulations. Yeah. And it's just a privilege, like I said, for two bosses in our own right. Now, you do something different, but I consider you a boss. Just to elevate, man, and not only elevate for ourselves, but elevate to give back.
There you go. And it's all about giving it back. You know what I mean? It's a community thing, and it's all about giving it back. I started nonprofit organizations, all that. We're giving back to kids and the youth and all that.
100%.
But, man, your testimony is strong, Marcus. Man, we both been up and down.
Sure.
We both been there many a time. We always talk about our ups. But what about all those times we were down? 3 seconds of going back in and out of jail and all that. That's how I found a love for barbering and got into this trade.
Sure.
I don't like to always go about that with people like, man, you got to tell your story. But, today is not about me. It's about you. But, the ups and downs, man. Yeah. Like, how many times have you had it all and lost it?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, that's
time after time. Time after time for me. And, one thing about me, man, I'll never forget where I come from. I don't knock nobody and what they do, right? But I realized for me that I had an addictive personality. You give me some chocolate that I really like, I'm going to knock the whole box down to where you may just eat one. And so what I found for me early on when I started hitting that weed, I found that, I left all my schoolwork aside. I started skipping school. Then it went to other drugs. They had ecstasy. Then they went to other drugs. So it just escalated. And I found myself, man, isolated, alone. Folk would talk about me. And what I found is, and what I want to share, man, on this show today, is that sometimes, for the person that's going through, for the person that feels as though they've lost hope, for the person that seems as though they take one step forward and 3 steps back, you've got to know that many times God will isolate you before he'll elevate you. And God used all of that, man, that isolation, in and out of jail, being on my own, in and out of dirty hotel rooms, prison, to put me in a place to where he could speak to my mind. And now I'm just so privileged, man, that now that same thing I went through, I'm a licensed, man, substance abuse counselor. I'm working at a real renowned men's treatment facility.
Amen.
I'm a licensed minister. I got my license to minister, and my whole aim, my whole goal is to share with somebody
Tell the audience, man.
Yeah,
this is the testimony.
Whoever it is that you are, you may be watching this on YouTube, you may be watching this on Instagram, Facebook. I want you to know that the best is yet to come in your life. It makes no difference what folk have said about you. It makes no difference who's turned their back on you. I want you to know that you were created with a purpose and a plan for your life. Don't throw in the towel, because God has something special, watch, with your name all over it.
Well, we're going to wrap it up right here for Chop It Up Chair Talk session, episode 9.
100%.